moving forward. I love lists. I love checking things off lists. It's so satisfying. Hey YouTube, it's Faye, and for today's video, I know long time no see, been traveling a lot, but in between travels I've had, 24 hours here or there to be home working on things, and so progress, believe it or not, has actually been steadily moving forward on the crappy trailer build, and that is what today's video is going to be about. As you can see, there's still a lot left that needs to be done on this list, but in my YouTube absence, all of it has actually gotten done, and that's what today's video is going to be about. So let's hop right into it and take a look at this list. We've got some catching up to do. You may have noticed that Jack That Actually Works is already checked off. This is actually donated from one of y'all, and it's welded on there. I trimmed it up really nice, and I used one of the through bolts to mount my new chains, which are actually cables, which look really awesome. Welding a hitch mount for my winch. I have already done this. I actually did this prior to the paint. So we're gonna just go ahead and check that off the list, and let me show you what I did with that. This is the hand winch. I like this because I don't always want to be carrying a battery with me or like a spare battery. Sometimes you're just not for lifting humans. Okay. But this will easily be able to just, transport my little engines up onto here. Now for the toolbox itself, I think I don't want to mount it there because I think that's where I want to put my receiver hitch so I can exchange out this one for my floor winch, the one that I use to help me get dead cars in and out of here, because that's a steep hill and I'm just one little person. I can use that one whenever I want to put in the receiver hitch here, or I can use this one. I want to put that here on this, the strong portion. And I think what I'm going to do is make a shelf here for that to go on, and have the stuff be able to pass through it. While I had the welder out for that project, there's also a lot else that I wanted to get done as well. First of all, I wanted to get rid of that weird chain system for holding that back gate up, so I got some latches installed, and then I decided I didn't really want to put that grating back on, and that actually held up the sides, made them a little bit more stable, so I just welded in a couple more brackets. You might recognize this. Maybe you might not. I've already started to cut it up a little bit because I'm going to use it for a whole bunch of different things. Maybe this bed piece will trigger some memory. This is actually the metal piece that was holding that tongue portion, and I went ahead and cut some little pieces here because I want to weld them on here to hold my lights. I want my lights to be at the end of the trailer, but I don't actually want them to be physically mounted to the tailgate because I want this to be able to come down, and I don't want to have to worry about it. So I'm gonna mount them here. So I cut out 2 of these. And lastly, I've just got this clamped here. I'm gonna cut it in half. I'm gonna use half of this for one side, half of this for the other side, just to do a reinforcement on the front of the frame. There's an area where this portion is just like way too long and it gets a little bit wobbly. So that's that is what I'm doing right now. Check this out. Let me show you where I'm at with this. So my brackets are on. I drilled holes. The lights are there. I'm actually going to take this for sandblasting one more time before painting it because I had so much welding to do. Everything rusted over, as you can probably tell. So there's my other light. And then I got these little supporting braces welded in. I've got one there, and I'm actually thinking about drilling holes and putting these little side markers in there as well. And then maybe drill another hole and add in another little eyelet. You can see I widened a couple of these holes that were already there because I had these cool little eyelets that I want to use for mounting. I am going to be putting, of course, a floor, and then out of wood, I think I want to build up, or have Brandon help me build up something to hold the toolbox. And check this out. Okay, yeah, I did some creative stacking, but that's okay. I think it looks pretty strong. This is, of course, the old tube, and then I just had a piece of, I don't know, rectangular metal that I cut in half, welded it on both sides, and then this. And the reason why it had to be up so far is because, first of all, it had to be back far enough so that I could actually use the hand crank there. I love this. Not for lifting humans. Why is that so funny to me? But then also, I need to be able to remove it and install it as needed, so it couldn't be so far forward that when I took it out, it would hit. I'm just really stoked with how the trailer is coming along. What else? Oh yes, got a license plate holder. license plate. That was gonna be a challenge. I think I'm gonna make a follow-up video about that because apparently you have to bring your trailer to the police in order to register a homemade trailer. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But for now, let me show you how we made the floor for the trailer.
4 and something. And over here, 56.
What's that? It gets narrower in the middle?
Yeah, see 56?
Yeah.
54 and 3/4. Like 1.25 inches narrower.
All right, we are at Home Depot. I just got back from a couple crazy weekends, Supers in Vegas and then watching NHRA and stuff like that. So feeling super motivated to get some work done. And today I'm gonna be putting some work in on the crappy trailer. Well, tomorrow actually, because it's late at night and I'm not gonna do much right now, but Brandon is gonna help me pick out some wood for the flooring of the trailer. Yeah, so that's why we're here. Oh, hi.
Oh, hey.
What are we getting today?
We're gonna get some pressure treated lumber.
All right, are we in the right spot?
We actually just so happen to be in the right spot. It's right here.
Oh wait, is it really?
Yeah.
That was unplanned.
Yeah. Pressure treated 2x6x10, yeah.
That's exactly what we want.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Wait, don't you do a trick for making sure that these are...
See if we don't, make sure we don't get kicked out for checking the lumber. This is why you check your lumber.
That is curved.
Yep.
That was cut wet and put away wet. I suppose I should help you. We have wood. Ah! My truck is so sick. I love it. Okay, this is exciting. Look at this floor. I mean, obviously it's not in there. Brandon wants to do something fancy, like a way of cutting the wood so that it sort of all sticks together rather than just having it flat like this. So I'm gonna let him show me how to do that. I don't know much. I don't know what to do with this sort of stuff. But check it out over here. Oh, it's like, this is amazing. I've got my little hand winch. I love this. So I don't need to carry a battery, but I do also have a powered winch. And then check out this little toolbox. This is actually given to me by one of y'all. And so I'm gonna make a little mount for it and use that as a way also of mounting some other hooks and stuff for strapping things down. But this is just a placeholder. This is my little Apple box. So I'm gonna make some stands, like some legs for the toolbox. And then I've got this little guide for, you know, obviously this strap. And this is awesome. So this not only is a lock for my winch. I mean, you can use this as a lock for obviously anything, but it also has this cable. So I can use this as well to when I winch some more like expensive stuff up here, like let's say, or my engine or something, and I'm not ready to unload them yet. Or I'm in a hotel parking lot. Like when I make my trips down to pull apart, I can lock my stuff to my trailer. So anyway, I'm really stoked about this. I've got my wiring kit. So I'm gonna be installing my lights, just getting the wires run for those. And then also, I'm gonna be installing my mud flaps that I made. So this is a bracket that I just cut this. I actually found this in Brandon's shop. Apparently this is a railing for hanging cabinets, I think. And these just little self-tapping screws and my 8mm socket. And then these are my little custom cut mud flaps. I just bought mud flaps that are meant for a semi truck and then I cut them to size. All right, let's get these puppies installed, shall we? This rubber is really thick, so I just pre-drilled my little self-tappers. All right, so what's going on here? We got some cuts.
We're gonna cut out a slot for some splines to connect all the pieces of wood together, and we're alternating the cupping so that they stay flat.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome, because we got cheap Home Depot wood, and yeah, and like, you can tell it all like warped and stuff even more after we bought it. So this is exciting, but it's pro wood, so it should be good. It's good for pros.
Fine pros. Somebody got paid.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Well, let's make another cut, and hopefully we don't scare the chickens. The chickens are over here. They are doing chickeny things. Hi, chickens. Oh my God, we got sawdust all over the place. Ah, hi, ladies. Hi, ladies. What a mess! My truck is a total mess right now, but that is because I just finished a project up here. Check this out. We've got wiring on the trailer right now, and it's almost complete. Once the floor goes in, I'm going to attach this little piece with more of these little plastic, I don't know, D-rings. What do you call those little things? I'm not sure. To keep it from hanging down. But as you can see, we are legal now. We have our side markers. We've got our taillights. And look at this, just nice little harness. I'm pretty stoked on this. It's almost ready to go. Brandon has been doing some creative cutting with the wood. I would have just slapped that on there, not really thought about it. Brandon is a wood artist, so he's doing some more in-depth stuff with the wood. Next, I think I'm gonna mount the license plate here because I don't want to drill any other holes, but I also don't want to hide this aloe. So I'm gonna figure out exactly how I'm gonna mount the license plate. So we can check that one off. New lights and wire harness. All right, now let's check back in with Brandon and see how that floor is coming along.
This is one half of the trailer deck. I've got it glued up right now. I've added out grooves on each side of each board for spline. Here are some splines. They have a lot of squeeze out happening that are gonna conjoin the boards together and keep everything tidy. I got construction adhesive in there and boards clamped down onto it. I'm gonna get this out of the way, let it dry, and then do the next set.
Cool. So how long does it take for this wood glue to dry?
Probably just overnight.
Okay.
It'll be ready to go together in the morning. Tomorrow, I will build the other half and put them together, cut them to length, and put them in the trailer.
That's unreal. That's like it was meant for it. I love how this looks like a giant spider web. It's perfect because Halloween is tomorrow, but by the time this comes out, it'll probably be like months later, so okay. After Brandon and I test fitted the floor into the trailer, made some final tweaks and adjustments, we pulled the wooden floor back out so I could paint it to give it an additional layer of protection from the elements. I had some of that Duplicolor Sandstorm tan left over from my paint job, and I realized that not only did it match the wood perfectly, but a lighter color would also help keep the floor as cool as possible in the Texas sun. Wow, it looks so good. Wow, okay. I was not expecting my painting to be this good. It just looks fantastic. Okay, so time to get the floor of the trailer into the trailer. And then I can start adding everything. I can finish the build out for my toolbox, and I can, oh my gosh, my shop is such a mess. I'm doing so many things. I've got a whole bunch of stuff over there to go on, in, and around the trailer to sort of complete this build out and complete this project. So, all right, let's get to it. Oh my gosh, just gonna bask in a little late afternoon sunlight. This is amazing. It is December and it is high 70s today. Oh, what a blessing. God bless Texas. All right. So, perfect day to work on the crappy trailer, and really there's not much left to be done. I am so close. However, now that the floor is in, I actually can no longer push the trailer by myself. It's actually somewhat substantial. And while the paint was drying, I went ahead and I put the crappy trailer in my Volkswagen's little tent. The Volkswagen normally lives in here, or at least she lived in here for a couple years while I had her in storage. And then she got grumpy. You gotta be careful what you say around Volkswagens though, because they are, spiteful little creatures. So I can only talk about her positively. Right now, actually, I'm gonna have her help because the floor is in the trailer and the trailer is in there. It's quite heavy and I cannot push it up this hill. I know this doesn't look like a hill, but just trust me, people. It is definitely sloped and slanted. So to get it out into the sun where I can work on it in this beautiful weather and enjoy the last few hours of daylight today, I've got my winch. Now this is like the coolest winch ever, so I'm just gonna take a few moments and show this off to you. Check this out. So I don't have to hard mount this winch. I can use this winch anywhere that I want to because it has this quick release plate that goes over a trailer ball, and that's exactly what it's designed for. So it's got this little handle, quick on and off, like check that out. And whoops, oh yeah, and quick on and off right there as well. So it's got this plate and these heavy duty bolts, and this winch can hold 2,000 pounds, which is a heck of a lot more than my little car weighs. So I can not only use this to get myself out of terrible situations, like this one time I thought it would be a really good idea to drive onto a public beach where you were allowed to drive. Yeah, and then the tide started coming in. And then I realized I was stuck in the sand. And thankfully there was like this guy that sort of took advantage of that was in this like lifted 4-wheel drive Toyota pickup, and all he did was drive around and tow people out of the sand who were dumb enough like me to take front wheel drive regular tire vehicles. Anyway, I lost more money that day than I spent on this winch. So never again. Okay, so anyway, so we have this winch. So I'm going to, so right now I have it on free spinning mode. And I've got this, I'm going to link this thing down in the description below because if you're like me and you like to adventure, but you are also not equipped for adventuring, then here's your solution. So I got it on freewheeling mode, so we're just going to go ahead and... Alrighty, I'm just going to put it there for now. I'm still trying to figure out where all my little points are. That's what I'm going to do today. I've laid out a couple places where I want to put some mounting points, but oh, sorry straps. I'm organizing all my straps too. This is just organizational day here. This is fantastic. Go ahead and lock it back into place. This is funny. I'm not going to do this, but my little car is so short. I could operate my winch from the driver's seat if it was behind me, which once again is very useful if you are by yourself stuck in the sand. Well, it's dark now, even though it's 6 p.m., but that's what happens in December. Ooh, what star is that? Okay, that's not a star. That's Jupiter. Hi. What? What's going on?
Drilling holes in metal.
He's making holes. So here we have the front plate for the toolbox mount, and that is going to house the little guide for the winch. Hi, honey.
Hey,
how's it going? Thanks for being my woodman.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Hey, Brandon.
Yeah.
Are you using any special screws for the wood?
Yeah, they're like a coated decking screw. So they're self-tapping, star bit. I don't know. They won't rust.
Decking screw. Deck mate. Ooh, they're improved. Ooh. Those are not going where I thought they were gonna go. I thought they were sides.
No, they actually go inside. It's because the, if you look at this bottom, or even just like the side material, see how flimsy it is? So if we screw through that to here, all that weight's going to be like moving around, just held down by some like tin foil basically. Hey, that's not tin. I mean, it's...
If it was tin, it might be more valuable.
High quality, high speed steel. So I just made these to go in there, and I'll screw through these into the wood frame below, and that'll help give it some stability.
And that's perfect because then I can put a battery in here, as well as like a whole bunch of tools and stuff, and not worry about damaging the bottom, but also like this can support the battery for when I want to use my power winch. It's cool. I remember. Brandon is testing the strength of the toolbox.
You actually got to push this out. If you take the top off, you can swap it over here, and it goes from squeezing to pushing. And I've done this for a very long time, as you can tell by my very beat up clamp. I've had this thing for like a decade. But when you get this to 2 inches, and that's it. Just a slight push, and it'll hold in position while I go down underneath and screw it from the bottom, which is what I did up here.
Here's my cool camo spider web net. That's fully adjustable, by the way. This is awesome. After I got the engine up here, I put this over it and just tucked a bunch of other stuff underneath it. And all right, we're keeping with the camo theme. So I've also got these sick little miniature camo bungees. And then of course, obviously camo straps. Also got some more like heavy duty style straps as well. And you know, some orange ones. Got my cables, ta-ta-da, extra links for towing. And if you have never seen these before, these are the most useful little strap things that you never knew that you needed. I use these for everything. I use these for holding up my tools in my toolbox. And also, check this out. I use them right here for when I roll up the door to pull my car in and out. It holds the door up. So these are awesome. I'll link all this stuff in the description below. So now you can see that in addition to the battery, I will also have everything that I need here. In case I'm just driving down the street and I see something I need, don't worry, I can strap it down. And what if what I want to put in the trailer is too long? Well, never fear. I've got the safety flag. You might just say I'm prepared for anything. This is probably true. This is the sickest safety flag. It's fully adjustable too. I wish I had this when we picked up that wood from Home Depot. But honestly, this can be helpful too, because since my trailer is camo, people might not even be able to see it aside from the lights. So I can actually just put that on the end. And then what if it rains, you ask? So I got this tarp. I know I almost got a camo tarp. There's a lot of different styles of camo tarps out there, but then I was like, is that too much? So I just got this brown tarp. And yes, I can use my bungees and I can go through each one of these eyelets if it lines up with my points, which I forgot to show you. I decided I wanted to put one of these right here so that I just had my little winch hook right here hooked up to it. I still have another one of these, and actually if you recognize this, yes, these are from a 4Runner. So I think I got these in one of my trips to pull apart, but in case you don't visit the junkyard as often as I do and get a whole bunch of stuff like this, you can also just buy little rings like this. And I think I'm gonna put these here. I think I'm gonna do that right now actually, because like I was saying earlier, even with these little braces and supports, I still don't think I wanna hook an engine right there. I think the floor is actually a lot stronger. So I've got one there and one there. Okay, but back to the tarp anyway. So I've got these for the tarp. I think these are kind of ingenious. All right, I'm gonna use these, these screws. Interesting story about these. Someone sent these to me. A lady named Amy, to be exact, sent me a whole bunch of these in the mail and thanked me for using them. I have no idea who Amy is. I've never used these before, but we're gonna use these. So here we go. Thanks, Amy. I hope you're watching this. You see that I appreciate the gift. And comes with a bit. So we're gonna go ahead and use this. There's the other one. And now I got these for the wire harness. Now I'm gonna do a bungee demonstration because I know nothing's gonna make you guys happier. And yes, I even use my camo bungees to hold my used oil drum in the back of my truck. I really need to dump that. But check out these bungees. Here we have the little ball bungees in action. Fantastic. Further up here, we have camo bungees. Also fantastic. I mean, just look at this. I don't have to convince you why these are amazing. But we all know, and this is a very cheap Amazon tarp. I think it's only like 5 mil. So this is, you know, this is just for storage purposes, people. But all right, so what's gonna happen here? I'm clearly gonna tear this right away, so never fear. Here you have the tarp clamps. How ingenious is this? The harder you pull, the tighter it clamps down because this little ratcheting mechanism. And then you can make an eyelet anywhere, which is really great. Because back when I used to be able to use Brandon's truck to tow things, which I think we all know now why I can't put anything in the bed of his truck anymore, which is, it's a good thing, so I'm not mad about that. Especially now that we have the trailer, but the strapping points in the bed of the Tacoma never really lined up with the holes in the tarp. You don't say. So grab one of these and I'll show you. Let's see if I can do it with one hand, otherwise I'm gonna have to set up the tripod. Ah, there we go. All right, so line up the bottom of the tarp like so, and then ratchet that through, and that is it. And then from there, Okay, that's it. And then the harder you pull, the harder it pulls. All right, what else do I have in here that I haven't showed you? Oh! Ha! This is important because clearly if you see this trailer on the street, you're gonna wanna steal it. I know, but you can't. I have a lock as well to lock the trailer to my truck. There we go. Tie down straps. Well, at this point, I guess there's really only one thing left to do. Maiden voyage. And now we do have a license plate holder. Do we have a license plate? Not yet. So this one, this is to be determined. But I do have this application for Texas title for it. I'll have to get a title for it. And like I said, I'm gonna have to go to the police for that. So that is interesting. But aside from the license plate now, which like I said, we'll figure that one out. I'll cross the bridge when I get there. Maybe I will wait until the police come to me. No, just kidding. That's not the right thing to do. That is not the right thing to do, people. Aside from that, like really my crappy trailer, it's gonna need a new name. It's not the crappy trailer anymore. It is not crappy. It looks absolutely fantastic and it is done. I think this is the first project I've ever completed on my channel. So I deserve a prize. So all right, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, sorry for the long break, but had a lot of traveling to do. Got a chance to meet a lot of y'all, which is really cool. So yeah, all right, I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.
That's Mom's drink. That's Mom's. That's not good for chickens. Except that, yes, I do need all these chickens. I need them. Cutie! Maybe I'll give her another little treat. Look at that face. Maybe she wants a blueberry. A smushed blueberry. Ooh, definitely. That's appealing. Like, ooh, yummy. You missed the skin. Get it! Now it's on your face. Fern, those are my toes. I painted them. Cutie. Oh my god, you're so cute.